Hi, everyone.
Don't you have to patat first
What
to
patat?
line up your videos?
Okay, give us a clap.
With which hand?
Both your hands. Loudly. One clap. Okay.
Did it work?
I think so. Thank you.
Good one?
Yes, thank you. Hi, everyone. I am Sheena, and this is another episode of Sheena Interrupted.
And I am your co-host.
What's your name today?
Triple Bang Trid Banger.
Triple Bang Trid Banger.
Yes.
Bang, bang, bang.
Triple Bang Trid Banger. The second.
Do you go by bang, bang, bang for short?
No, just two bang bangs. Triple Bang Trid Banger.
Okay. Welcome.
To the #1 podcast you're listening to right now.
We are on location.
We are on set,
Yes.
coming at you live.
Yeah.
Every week, we will do the different house of a neighbor in our basement. We go to their houses, we take pictures, and then we recreate
No.
using cheap fakes in our house. And they will be shocked when they
To
watch
see
this.
their
They'll say, hey.
set.
And we only put up videos filmed in their homes when they're out on vacation. So they think we've come into their house and we filmed an entire episode. But really, we're in our
That's
basement.
insane. Can you imagine if they just turned on their YouTube video, their newest YouTube video, and it was us in their room?
We're not telling them.
Of course we're going to tell
No,
them.
this is so much better.
So we are visiting, we're visiting Vermont.
Yes.
We are staying in our friend's house in
Yes.
Vermont. It's a
They
beautiful
have a monkey
space.
lamp.
This decor in this house is incredible. So we thought, why not take advantage and do an episode here?
It's beautiful.
It really is.
Why are you drinking your microphone?
I am not drinking my microphone. We
You
are.
look like you're from Harry Potter.
And doing what?
Like they speak to their finger, the microphone.
What
What
do
do they
they-
use when they're doing the tournaments? And they put their thing to their throat and then they speak.
Oh, I don't know.
You should do that.
I'm not a magician
No.
or a wizard. I don't have a wand. I just have a tiny microphone and I'm holding it in my hand to get the best version of the audio that I possibly can. You're welcome, friends.
I thought this thing was called a lapel mic, so I stuck it on my lapel. Silly me. That I was supposed to hold it like a little teacup. I didn't realize. Want sugar with that? Spot of milk? We are hoping you will forgive the difference in audio because
Yes.
these are not those nice big mics that we have in our basement.
Which is why I'm doing my best and holding the little
we
mic.
have the lapel mic.
Yes, I'm holding the little mic as close to my mouth as
This
I possibly
mic
can.
has big shoes to fill today.
Yes, it does.
So we'll try our best.
Yep,
That's okay.
absolutely.
Sometimes you get good audio, sometimes you don't. Go with the flow.
We're hoping that
Papito.
this week. We're hoping this week is going to be good audio.
Do I have to call you Papito during the
Please
whole episode?
don't. So last week,
When you say Papito.
okay, last week we left our viewers on a cliffhanger.
What happened? Yes.
Last week we left our viewers on a cliffhanger
Our listeners?
and listeners. There's video and audio, though the video component is doing a little bit better than the audio component.
I like to live in the fallacy world where the audio is doing better than the video.
Well, we can also ask our video people to also listen
Oh,
to
that's a
these
good
in
idea.
their cars on
Please,
the way to
yes.
work.
Just
or...
mute it and play it in the back. Helps with the count. Thank you for
not
making
the
us the
point.
#1 podcast you don't listen to in the car, but you watch at home. Much appreciated. And don't forget, you must drive home when you drive to work, and you should play it then too.
This is true. Okay, so can you tell people what
Thank you,
happened at
same
the
500 people who are pumping these numbers.
Can you tell people what happened at the end of the last episode?
You said I'm dirty, not romantic, so I bought you a purse.
I never said you were dirty or not romantic.
I don't remember the last
You
episode.
completely made that up.
Oh, what did you do then?
We talked about romance. We talked
Yes.
about love and how people show love in different ways.
You said your favorite song is Bad Romance by Lady Gaga.
I did
How
not.
does that song go?
Na, 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 na. You and me, we're at a bad romance.
Okay, Papito, don't insult me. Just get on with it.
Last week, in a show of romance,
Yes.
because you wanted to show me that you were romantic.
I did a dance for you.
You did not. You gave me a gift, but you also gave it with this little note that I had to wait a couple of days to open it. And that was as a precursor to our next episode, which is this week
one.
on patience. So this week we're talking about patience, and we actually
I like what you did.
what?
I made you show patience. Mm-hmm. So you didn't even bring the bag to show them. You're going to make your audience wait patiently for the next video to show them?
Well, I didn't bring it to our ski retreat.
Ooh, that's not nice.
I didn't think I was supposed to bring it to our ski retreat. Did I tell them that
you
I would?
brought the podcasting equipment, but you didn't bring the bag that you wanted to talk about.
No, I wanted to talk about patience. It's not about the bag. It's about the
Yes.
lesson on
If
patience.
you were watching a video
Yeah.
where at the end they showed you a boxed gift
Yes.
and they said, next week I will show you
Okay,
what's inside.
who goes on a ski vacation with a fancy purse?
The person who takes the podcasting equipment to discuss said purse. I'm just saying.
Okay, people, I'm sorry. I forgot the purse at home.
I have a
but It was
solution.
a beautiful purse. What's
Just
your
take
solution?
photo and put it in.
That just
take
seems
photo of you
very.
with your
seems
purse.
show-offy.
I think it is a show-offy purse. Yes, that's what the lady
No,
told me in the store when I
that's
bought
not-
it. She said, you know why you pay extra for this? Because she can do show-offy things on her podcast.
That's not why I have a purse.
Let's return it.
Okay, I looked up the definition of patience.
You did?
Yes.
What did it say? Come check
Patience-
tomorrow. I'll give you the
patience-
definition.
Patience is not the ability to wait.
No.
It is not.
No.
It's the ability to wait while keeping a good attitude. That's what patience is. Remember we were talking about patience like on the way back from where were we? Where did we go?
I have no idea what you're talking about at
Okay.
all. The last 30 seconds I was thinking of something completely different.
What were you thinking?
Whenever you say, oh, you know what the dictionary definition of something is, I know that someone was just mailed in the episode. So I was thinking of like other things completely. Were you talking to me?
Okay, the reason that I looked it up was
Yeah,
because
you have a dictionary.
weeks
But we won't show you people because that would be pompous of us to show you that we have books. So don't worry. This show is not about people who own books and dictionaries. We're not those people. We're the
Can you
normal
just-
people. We just use Google like the rest of you.
Can you just let me
Yes?
tell the story?
Yes.
We were talking a few weeks ago.
Yes.
We were talking about patience and
Yes.
what was it to be patient? Do you remember we started talking about this in the car?
Yes.
Okay. And you and I came up with very different definitions of patience.
Okay. I
And-
said it's like when you get shot and you're waiting in the hospital, you're a patient.
Patience.
Yeah, 2 people get shot. Plural. Patients.
This had nothing to do with my topic of patience.
Patients?
CE.
Huh?
God.
For those of you who don't like serious tread, check out now.
Think
Just
about
skip 1
something
minute.
else.
Skip 1 minute.
Okay.
Hit fast forward on your app
Okay.
3 times. Minute 50 I need. Patience
Yes. Is a
is
virtue.
one of the most important skills you can have.
Yes.
And luckily, it's something you can develop with practice.
Yes.
You know those studies you've all heard about where they take a kid and they leave them in a room and they say, here, they leave a piece of chocolate in front of them. It was actually marshmallows that they left when they did the study. They left a marshmallow and they told the kids, if you wait, when I come back, I'll give you 2.
Yep.
But you have to wait.
Yep.
And they leave the room. And the kids that actually waited to get that second marshmallow did better in life.
They
Like if-
track the kids for life?
For life. Overall speaking, they did better because that one skill really helped them in their life.
Yeah.
So patience is one of those things that you have to constantly work on because it's that important.
Yep.
Delayed gratification
Yep.
is what that study was about.
Yep.
And if you, for whatever reason, I don't remember, I didn't read the study.
You did not read the study?
I read it a long time ago.
Oh, you did? You actually read the study?
Not the whole study, but you know. I think I asked someone to eat a marshmallow once. But after half an hour, he ate 2 marshmallows and he's doing very well in his life. So it's kind of the same thing.
Okay, same
You
to
can look
same.
it up if you want.
Patience is one of the craziest, hardest skills to learn.
And you can work on it.
And you can work on it. I'm
Like,
proof of that.
Sometimes I go, I wait for the bus,
Yeah.
and when it comes, I just leave it. I take the next one.
That's not patience.
Just to see if I can wait for the next one.
That's not patience.
No?
No, that's stupidity.
That's patience.
That is not. You want to watch the bus leave and wait for the next one to come
Yeah.
just to show yourself that you can wait?
Yeah.
No. Sometimes life makes you
Lemonade.
no. Sometimes life makes you learn patience when you least expect it.
How's that?
I think that there have been multiple times in my life that I have been tested, my patience has been tested, and it's a skill that I have had to practice over the years. So I'll give you 3 examples. No, I'll give you 2 examples and 1 story.
The story contains no examples. It's unrelated.
The story's about patience.
Oh, so it's 3 examples.
No, it's
First
not.
2 aren't stories, they're prose. One is a poem, one's a song, and the third's a story. But all
Okay.
are examples.
I'm going to tell you.
Which one is it?
I don't know.
Is it a story? Will you be singing it or speaking it? Speaking it. Does it rhyme?
No.
So it's not poetry.
No.
Is it like prose poetry? That's like, I'm not that familiar with the different types of poetry. If it rhymes, it's poetry in my head.
So,
A
at the end of
story.
last week,
Is this a story?
yes, at the end
We're
of last
starting with the story, people. Then we have 2 more examples coming.
At the end of last week, you gave me this box. You asked me to put my box with my gift on the mantle.
Yes.
And then we said we were going to tell a story about the last time we put something on the mantle.
Yes.
The last time we put a little envelope up on the mantle, and not only did we have to have an exercise in patience, but we asked our entire family to have an exercise in patience. Do you remember that?
Yeah. I don't think that was that hard. Was that hard for you?
It was hard.
It was hard, but I think people find it hard to believe that we did this.
Yes.
When we were going to have our first child,
Yes.
I wanted to know if it was a boy or a girl.
And I did not.
She did not want to know. This will make perfect sense for all of you who have listened to us or have seen our stuff. I am more logically inclined and Sheena is more emotionally inclined.
Yes.
She wanted the
This
surprise.
big surprise. I wanted the drama.
I was like, there's 2 options.
It's a
We
boy
know
or a
them
girl.
both. They're both fine. I don't want a yellow or a green room. Like, I don't want one of these default colors. I want to know in advance. I want to prep in my head.
But for the record, we didn't have a blue or a pink room either.
No, that's when we learned that they only wear white onesies and they poop in them for the first 6 months of their life.
It's true.
We didn't know that. We were first-time parents. We had no idea what the hell we were doing. We also thought you'd be back at your music career 6 months after he was born.
Yes, this is true.
So what we did was we compromised. We said, let's get the technician who does the ultrasound to write it on a piece of paper and give it to us. And then we can choose whenever we both agree to open it. But I wanted to open it before the baby was born.
Yes.
But we didn't know when.
Yes.
So we went home with the sex of our child in an envelope and we
Yeah.
put it on the mantle.
We did.
And that was some
And
point
it
in
was
the
there for
summer.
months.
Yeah, summer or fall. People would come over to ask us what this is, and we'd say, "Oh, that's the sex of our child."
And they'd yell at
Written.
us. Every single person who came to visit us just was very dramatic and yelled and said, "How could you do this?"
But they all honored
Yes.
our desire to keep it a secret.
But it required a lot of patience.
Is that patience or is that
Restraint,
willpower?
willpower,
Yeah.
maybe all of the above.
So we ultimately opened it during the winter holidays
Mm-hmm.
when our family was together. We just passed the envelope around. We said, "Okay,
Yep.
time to see what this is."
Yep.
So you had your months and months of fun and games of people touching you, strangers saying, "Oh yes, the head
That
is
was
this
not
way, the
fun.
body is that way, must be boy, must be girl." And then I got to know,
Just for the record, it's no fun when random strangers touch your belly.
I should stop doing that when I see pregnant women
Please
on the
don't
train.
ever do that to anybody.
I always thought that's the
Nobody
customary
likes
thing
that.
to do.
No woman likes that. No woman likes to be randomly touched by strangers.
You didn't say go, and if you see a pregnant woman, do guchi, guchi, guchi on her stomach.
Please don't do that. You're going to get us in a lot of trouble. Or yourself. You know
I will
what?
not
I don't
do
know
this
you if you
anymore.
do that.
Gucci, Gucci. I won't do that anymore.
Please don't do that.
So the end of December, we found out we were having a boy, and less than 2 months later, we had a boy
Yeah. Okay, so that's the story
who had a
about...
pink room
He did
because
not.
it was too late.
It was beige.
It was beige.
It was
Toe
beige.
beige. Just like his mother.
I'm not
Just
toe beige.
Toe beige babies. Toe beige wife, toe beige babies.
I don't
You
know
know what
where
they
that
say.
color came
If your
from.
wife is toe beige, so are your kids.
Oh my God. Okay.
Was that insane?
I think it
To
was...
put the kids'
Some people
sex
would
in
say
an
that...
envelope?
Yeah.
I think that's fine. Do what makes you happy. It was a
100%.
compromise.
It worked for us.
I don't even know if that's a test in patience.
I think
or willpower.
Yeah, every time I
or-
walked by the mantle, I was like, oh, should I just go
That's
check?
willpower. Are patience and willpower the same thing?
Maybe.
In that context, they are. Wow, look at that. You learned something new today.
But not necessarily always. Like, okay, I'll give you another example. When the children were small, you know,
Okay.
when kids are learning certain skills, like I want to put on my own socks or I want to put on my own shoes, it's so easy as a parent to say, let me just do it for you.
Yeah.
But you have to exercise that patience and you have to like have that willpower not to jump in and just do it for them because it's to their benefit to learn that
Yes.
skill. I learned so much patience
How do you learn patience?
because I know that that's
By
not
not
something.
shouting at your kid. Is that how you learn it?
I mean, it wasn't
Like, are
always
there tricks?
Yeah, of
You're
course
like,
there's
tie your
tricks.
shoes, you bloody stupid.
You're not
Just
gonna
put
do
a tree, take the rope, tie it, put the rabbit in the hole, pull his ears, bloody.
You're not gonna do that to a kid.
No, in your head you say that.
But then you use your willpower to not say those things out
Stop
loud.
using willpower. That was my word. Now you're using them synonymously.
I'm not. You use the willpower to exercise the patience.
So they're like two sides
Yes,
of the
of
coin.
the same coin. They're both skills that work
Why
together.
do people say that? Two sides of the same coin. These are two sides of different coins. Who would
Willpower
ever
and
say
patience?
that?
Nobody.
Those
They're
are two different things.
things.
So why you need to say it's two sides of the same coin?
Because it's the same one unit.
Why can't you just say it's two sides
Of?
the coin?
Because it's the same coin.
Because which imbecile would say these are two sides of different coins?
What if you have a pocket full of change?
Let's go back to screaming at the children who don't know how to tie their shoes.
Okay, I use that as an example
What
of
about the
another
time I
thing
came
in
home
my
and
life.
both the kids were in the recycling bin?
It was just fun. They were jumping.
Yeah, they were jumping.
That had nothing to
That
do
was
with
not
either
frustration.
patience
You
or
weren't.
willpower.
That was just fun.
That was them just
Jumping
crushing
on
the
the boxes.
recycling.
Okay.
Okay.
I always wanted to ask you about that. You can't do that.
They were helping me.
If you are upset with your kids, don't try to
Don't
recycle
stuff them in the
Doesn't matter if
recycling
it's
bin.
second Thursday or whatever, when they're coming, you cannot put the kids in the recycling
Okay,
bin.
I was talking about the fact that there are moments in our lives that really test us and they test our patience. And having children is one of those such moments. All these things that the kids want to learn. And remember what was Zara's first thing that she ever said?
My do it.
My do it. Like this is Miss Independent over there who just everything she wanted to do herself.
You know what she did to me today?
What?
She took me down a black diamond skiing.
She's insane.
She wasn't supposed to do that.
You guys went up that mountain to do a blue
Yes.
and you came
I
down a
didn't
black.
plan on telling you this, but I have video evidence.
You went down a black.
We went to the top.
What? You remember you told me it'll be fine. Come with us.
Yes, you
I'm
could
so
have
glad
come.
I didn't come
You
with
could
you.
have come.
No, then I would have had to go down a black diamond.
Yes.
No,
But you could have sat down and slid on your bum like last time you got stuck in this situation.
you weren't supposed
It's
to
a
tell
story for
everybody
another
that.
day. So we went to the top
Yeah.
and we took that other lift to go right to the peak.
Yes.
Because we saw on the map
Yes.
there were blues that you could take all the way down. And they connected
That's
here
what
and
you
then they come
said you
down.
were going to do.
When we went to the top, I had this brilliant idea to pull out my cell phone and record the purple bird skiing.
Yeah.
Side note, we call her the purple snowbird because her outfit looks like a tropical bird.
It's amazing.
So I started following her.
Yeah.
I was not looking at any signs because I was trying not to fall on my face. And then she just kept going left and right. And all of a sudden we get to a point where we're looking down and there's this like steep slope. And we look at each other and we realize we
You're
have
on a
gone
black.
left instead of right. And now we have two options. Black Diamond 1 or Black Diamond 2.
Oh my God.
So I said I have to put my phone away.
Yeah.
I put it away. I looked at her. I looked at the slope.
Uh-huh.
She was showing no signs of fear.
I love that.
I was not allowed to show signs of fear at that point because I wasn't actually scared for me. I was nervous for her.
Yeah.
But she wasn't nervous.
She's been skiing for like 2 years. It's
yeah,
not.
but she wasn't nervous.
That's amazing.
So I looked at her and I said, "Oh, it's a small portion that's a black diamond. Then we connect to blues again." And she said, "Okay." I said, "So you feel good? You ready to go?" She said, "Yeah." I said, "Okay, I want to capture this."
Yeah.
So again, I pulled out the phone and I started recording. And it took us, because we went right to the peak,
Yeah.
It took us like 8 minutes to
get
ski down.
I know. We were waiting for you at the bottom.
And we were not going slow.
My goodness.
We were whipping down this mountain.
That is insane.
I will show you video. I think
That's
we
why
could
the purple
probably
bird
put
was walking with
the
a pep in her
purple
step
bird
today.
was fluttering today. I figured at the very least I'd have a video of me laying on the floor, just covered in snow.
But you didn't get that video.
None of us collapsed. We just made it down.
That's amazing.
How's that for patience?
What does that have to do with
Patiently
patience?
waiting for my faceplant video in the snow.
I was patiently waiting for you two to show up downstairs.
Were you scared? Were you wondering what's taking so long?
No, I wasn't actually. You guys are both very good skiers. I was, of the four of us, I'm the most nervous for myself.
Yes. And the
Because
other potato
he's
decided to go learn to snowboard this
he
weekend.
actually exercised a lot of patience today with himself.
Why?
Like he's not very good yet because it's only his second day out on a snowboard. So naturally he's not going to be very good, but he is so committed to just teaching himself. He did the lesson yesterday, and every time he did a run, he got better and better and better. And I don't know, it's pretty impressive to watch how resilient they are.
You know what was fun?
What?
When we got back in the car and we were telling the story about how he's learning to snowboard and how she and I had to go down more aggressive terrain than we had intended. And then someone on the phone asked you whether you also went down, and you said, no, I'm not interested in doing that. And then they asked you whether you're interested in getting any better at skiing. But it was like a serious question, like, oh, you have no desire to continue to hone your skills while the rest of your family gets better?
I
You'll
really,
just sit
really
there,
don't.
And you're like, no, I'm good.
I'm very good in my lane.
I'm happy
Yes.
nervously skiing down
I'm not
slowly.
nervous. I'm not nervous skiing on greens. And I'll do like a small little portion of a blue. I'm perfectly satisfied with this level of skill. Going out, doing a few runs, going back to the lodge, reading a book, drinking a hot cup
I
of
just
coffee.
really love the way the question was asked of you. So you have no...
So you're not getting any better.
You will not be bettering your skill while the rest around you just keep skiing? And you're like, no, I will not. I have peaked.
It's not that I've peaked. It's that I'm perfectly satisfied with where I am. There are things that I want to improve in my life, and there are things that I have no desire to improve. There are two things I wanted to talk about when it came to patience. And I think my life has been like an exercise in patience. I am not a patient person by nature, I don't think.
What do you mean by nature?
Like, I think my nature...
Like when you're outside?
Huh? What?
When you're out in nature, you have to do things?
No, I think that certain things people are naturally better at and certain things people have to work hard at. I think I tend to get stressed out when things don't run on time. I think I tend to get worked up when, like things aren't going a certain way, and I have to fight that urge. Like, that's my nature, but I fight that urge. And maybe it's something that I've learned. It's a learned behavior. But I do think that I fight that and I struggle against it. Like, I'm going against the grain.
Versus what?
I think
some people are
naturally a little bit more chill.
Go with the flow.
Yeah, I think you are. You're more go with the flow. The two moments in my life where I think that I have learned a lot of patience is one, when we had our children. Children are like the ultimate test of patience. Children don't have the capacity to express themselves completely. They don't have the ability to express their desire to be independent, their desire to do certain things. And you have to just patiently build that into your expectations or lack thereof.
You made it.
Yeah, you made it and they have no control yet. Now you have to deal with it. That is just, and what are you going to do? You're going to yell at a kid like a 1-year-old baby?
Never seen that.
The third thing that I think is the most important is sometimes you expect that life is going to go a certain way. And you can put in your efforts and you can do all the things that you need to do to make whatever it is that you want, make it happen. But ultimately, life teaches you this test of, like, it tests you in your patience. I was not meant to work full time when the kids were younger. I was not meant to go back to work. I was not meant to release music when I was in my 20s. I was meant to do it later on in my life. And life, I think, taught me to just be patient and patiently wait for the right time, the right moment.
Is that patience, or is that just trusting whatever is supposed to happen for you will happen for you? Like, you think if you were having this conversation 5 years ago, you'd be saying this? You'd be saying, oh, yes, life taught me to be patient, even though you weren't doing what you wanted to be doing?
I think, yeah, I would say that. Life has taught me to be patient all along the way.
Even though you're not doing what you want to do?
Yeah, even though I was not doing what I wanted to do in that moment. But I was doing other things.
Is that patience?
I think so.
Or is that just trusting that when the time is right, things will happen?
I think it's both.
When it's supposed to happen?
I think it's both. Because I think we can tend to stress out. We can tend to worry. We can tend to try to get in our own way instead of just hanging back and being patient.
So what is the message to the listener? Because not everyone's as lucky as we are.
If you think that you do not have the capacity to learn this skill, you are sadly mistaken.
Patience?
Yes.
Just keep listening to this podcast.
Yeah.
Wait for the ending. Do not go before it ends. That will be a test in patience. Mm-hmm. Okay. We have decided to try anyways because we are crazy. Look at the ski bird go. My God. Purple ski bird. Dominating the black. I'm trying to film like a fool. I am not watching her. I'm watching my own skiing. See? Good job, ski bird. Good job, puppy. Wow, we are flying now, folks. Good work. Oh, powdery. Oh, good save. He's very good. Purple ski bird's gonna really mess me up today.